So I don't think Moby Dick was very angry. I think he was just getting tired of being called Dick. I think his real name is Richard. You know, you ever get called by some name? Like, my name's Dustin, and they call me Dusty. I just want to choke him out. You know, so they probably just been called Richard. You know? When I was younger, I used to drink from a water hose, and I feel like I'm on the last generation to do that. You know, drink from a water hose. And then when I got older, I was just drinking with hose. That's so stupid. Thank you. Here's something YouTube doesn't get any credit for. Because of them, news stations don't get taken hostage anymore. I mean, nobody's watching the news, really. You know, if you got something to say, you put it on YouTube. Used to, you know, before YouTube, you had to get a gun, maybe take some meth, find a news station that has shitty security. You know, find the guy that just ate a McRib. That fat fuck ain't doing shit. Then you take the news station hostage. Now, if you want to take the news station hostage, you probably still have to go through all that effort. But, I mean, who's watching it? I mean, people waiting to die who are asleep anyway. People in emergency rooms. I mean, because in emergency rooms, you're watching the news or Impractical Jokers. Or SpongeBob, right? That's good. But you go to the pediatric area for that one. They won't change it in the adult ones. I've asked. Like, can we watch some cartoons, please? Anyway, yeah, so thank you, YouTube, for, you know, whatever. Anyway, so I was at Winco the other day, and here's the little thing. People don't fucking know how to read. They even have words with signs. When you get your shit, take your buggy to the end. Thank you. Every fucking time I'm waiting for this jackass in the way, just photo, and there's a whole empty area, and he's doing it, there's a sign. Thank you. That's the breakdown of civilization. It's those fuckers that don't put their buggies back. They don't roll the holes back up. I hate that shit. Anyway, as I was at Winco, I noticed there was this lady there, and she didn't have a chin. And like, from like here to her, it was just a straight line. And my only thought was, how does she fold towels? You know, she must have a fucking hell of a time trying to fold towels, poor girl. You know, anyway. Another thing, I was out, and this guy was wearing a really cool t-shirt, and I was like, I can't remember what it was, because what happened pissed me off. I was like, hey, dude, cool shirt. And he was like, I was like, man, fuck you, dude. Like, you should go to jail for shit like that, because, like, if you're wearing a cool t-shirt, you're like, hey, I'm a cool guy. You know? Like, that falls out. Like, Ted Bundy did shit like that. Ted Bundy did shit like, hey, I'm a cool guy. Next thing you know, you're roped up and getting ice picked in the face. So, you know, that to me, that should be, like, probable cause to at least, like, detain you and just find out what level of a dickhead you are. You know? Anyway. You know, it's just, yeah. Another little thing is, gets on my nerves. You ever meet those people that call themselves dog parents? I hate that. It's not the same, you know, and for obvious reasons, right? You can drown 5 puppies and make up a story and no one's going to change, you know, question you, you know, you could get, okay, tell that to Andrea Yates, right? The last one was running on 911 while he was getting drowned. They questioned a lot of things, but if she would have just drowned her puppies, she could have said, like, I sold them. No one's gonna be like, hey, we think you drowned those puppies, you know? Like I'm saying. But the main reason is I hate when people call themselves dog parents. It's like the equivalent of saying I have an online girlfriend. You know, it's like, it's just, it gets on my nerves. Anyway. One thing I like to do, though, to the point where like I actively do it, I like to find change on the ground because it's like real life Mario. Right? To the point where like if I find the change, I go click-a-ding. And then if someone bumps into me, I fall on the ground and I throw the change everywhere. And I go, ugh. And then I stay crouched down until I get a mushroom. And then when I get into that character, like that mode, I got to stay out of pet stores, though, because I pick a fight with the turtles. I know you took my princess. That's so stupid. So one of my best friends I work death row with, the guy I talked about before, Ruiz, the guy who believes in Mexican or Japanese jumping trees, he just recently got his citizenship from Mexico. So he immediately called me and he was like, "Hey man, Trump crossed me off his list. He's not coming after me no more." He goes, "You know what I'm getting? Do you know? Hold on. I'm not high, I promise." He said he's having the most fun calling his cousins and his friends wetbacks because they haven't got their citizenship yet, and there's just, oh God, just to watch them grow up, Where am I at? Oh yeah, I want to get a boat, and I want to paint it like real pretty colors, like different things, and I want to call it Vincent Van Boat. You want to hear something really stupid? When I got that idea, I don't know why, but I spelled boat, B-O-T-E. Boat, B-O-T-E. I don't know why my brain said spell it like that, but as soon as I wrote it down, I was like, you fucking retard. So anyway, yeah. I don't like picking cucumbers, not because it's gay, because I have irrational fear of someone being like, "Yeah, pick that cucumber." Yeah, it's probably not happening. All right. I'm back and forth between these two stories I want to talk about. So okay, I'll talk about this one. I worked death row for like 3.5 years, and it's just not as size as it sounds. And there's a point where you get really bored when they put you in the control picket. And on the control picket, there's this button that's called the lamp test, and it makes all the lights come on. And you push the button, and you're like, "Oh, it's on." Well, I was bored one day and just playing with the button, and then one day I hit the wrong button, and it's called the all release. Yeah, it did. Well, here's the thing. It's the only control panel in the whole farm where the all release worked, because I pushed that all release on every other building and it never worked because it disabled it for the very reason I touched the one that it didn't get to. So the way this happened, it was great too, because when you go back and watch the security camera, you can see the panic come over me like a blanket. I'm sitting there and you can't see my arm, but you can see my hand just kind of do. And then you see me go like this because I see all the red lights go like this. And then you see me look because the picket, you're on top and all that, you're kind of above the cells, so you kind of look down this window and there's a crash gate and then 14 cells, 7 on this side, 7 on that side, and I see this. Looking around and I'm like, "Oh God, please go back in." They wouldn't go back in. So they had to get tear gas to get him back in, and the whole time the captain's screaming, "Get him out of the picket." And I was like, I didn't want to be here in the first fucking place. So they still talk about that to the academy to this day. I had a cousin go through the academy and he called me up. He was like, "They talked about you again." He's like, "They're showing the video now." I was like, "Oh, fuck." And he goes, "Dude, you can really see that panic come over you like a blanket." So, other story I think is really cool. I'll tell this story and I'll dip out. It was the time my dad thought he died. And so my dad's a roofer by trade, and he was doing my grandpa a favor and roofing his house, and he fell off the house. And this is in Livingston, Texas, which is like 80 miles from the nearest good hospital. And the way he fell, he had a lung collapse, so they had to life flight him, right? So then there was a storm. So storm coming, but anyway, so he life flighted him. He gets to the hospital, and the way the lung was collapsed and the way he couldn't breathe, they had to cut right into him, stuff down in there, and deflate that lung, right? And the nurse goes, I need you to get like 3 or 4 nurses, and they go, hold Mr. Johnson's arm. Don't let him punch me. And he was like, my dad, when he heard that, he was like, "What? Why am I gonna not ready to punch somebody?" And he goes, "Well, we can't give you the anesthetic." And he's saying this is real rapid fire because my mom's like, "Okay, yeah, do whatever," and because the lung, blah blah blah. So my dad says as soon as they cut into him, the power went out, and a spotlight hit him in the face. And my grandmother down the hallway could hear, "Oh shit, I'm dead. Oh fuck, I'm dead. This is it. I'm dead. That's it. I'm dead. I'm fucking dead." And yeah, so he didn't die though. He's got a really cool scar to talk about it now. So anyway, thanks for hearing me out, y'all. Love you guys.